Over the summer, enjoyers of movies and television shows may have noticed the lack of content being produced. The public has made their complaints known regarding the lack of new entertainment and ideas. Though the entertainment industry is one of the largest production markets in the United States, it can be said that the employees in this industry do not receive the compensation and recognition that they deserve. To counter this struggle, a large majority of Hollywood writers have been on strike since May 2nd, following failed negotiations in March of 2023. Throughout the strike, the writers have met consistently with the four major Hollywood studios: Warner Bros., Discovery, Disney, Netflix, and NBC Universal, to negotiate as a part of the Writers Guild of America, also known as the WGA. Within the last week, however, the writers and studio bosses of the Alliance of Motion Pictures and Television Producers, also known as AMPTP, have had a marathon negotiation that has not yet come to an end. Since before the strike began, the nearly 12,000 writers involved have been requesting more than just a pay raise. They are demanding a reconstruction of the television writing process. According to the Associated Press, the WGA has 5 major changes that they want made, including increased compensation, better residuals, staffing requirements, shorter exclusivity deals, reassurances regarding artificial intelligence. The WGA claims that weekly writer-producer pay has declined 23% within the last decade with inflation, and many writers are not making a living wage, despite the demand for new entertainment. Alongside increased wages, they are looking for better pension and health plans and larger payout fees to replace back-end residuals that writers have missed out on due to productions being available on streaming services. Not only are writers undercompensated for their work, but Hollywood production companies have been taking advantage of the writers' time and exclusivity. Rather than contracting writers for a specific task, such as completing a certain number of episodes, writers are contracted for their time. This minimizes their earnings from seasons with fewer episodes and potential earnings from working on another project. For example, a writer may be contracted for a year-long exclusivity deal for a season that only has 6 episodes and unable to work on another production for the extent of the contract. Honestly, I believe the writer's biggest concern is the increased usage of artificial intelligence. Though AI was initially created as an assistant to the people using it, Hollywood screenwriters have begun to take advantage of it. To elaborate, AI does not have just help for a writer come up with ideas and edit writing. This tool has been advancing quickly. AI is now able to write entire essays, stories, and even movie scripts. Think ChatGPT creating blockbuster films. The writing created by AI mimics human tone and connotations within seconds. This process works by the user feeding the AI with the information they want to mimic. A producer, hypothetically, would be able to force the computer to read movie scripts with similar writing qualities known as the writer's voice. Since producers own the rights to the scripts they have already published, no copyright is being broken, leaving writers vulnerable to losing the work they had spent countless hours on. The protesters of the WGA understand this potential threat to their need in the screenwriting process. If a producer had the ability to save on wages by cutting the writing staff in half, they likely would. The ramifications of increased AI usage would basically remove any chance the writers have at establishing the 4 prior demands they had made in the strike. The writers and production companies will likely come to an agreement to end the strike and repair the relationships between the group. It is important that the AMPTP negotiate in favor of the WGA's commands if we want our entertainment industry to remain intact. Since the studios have been a major decline in profit and stock prices due to the persistence of the WGA, one can only hope that the strike ends successfully. That is, as long as the studios don't decide to replace the writers with artificial intelligence.